I made a difficult decision today. Yesterday, I got a new car, guys. Oh, and so you're literally seeing in real time somebody that is figuring it out. Welcome back to this week's vlog. It's actually a vlog. Last week's wasn't. It's fine, but it was a sit down. And if you haven't watched it, I'll tag it here. But I wanted to come on camera this week because I've been making these weekly videos and I just need to encourage myself and hopefully I can encourage you. As you all know, I'm back in school. I'm 60% done with my psychiatric mental health nurse practitioner program at Walden University, and I'm feeling a little discouraged. And I was like, you know what? Let me pull up this camera and let us actively talk about this as I am on my lunch break. But yeah, so I'm feeling a little discouraged because I am in the process of looking for a preceptor. And I realized, as this is an update from last week's video, I realized the preceptor can be a PMHNP or a psychiatrist, so that opens me up a little bit more. So I reached out to, I emailed about two offices. I called at least a couple offices. I'm thinking tomorrow I'm going to just go to some psychiatric places and just show my face, because I feel like that can do wonders as well. I've also been following more people that are psych NPs on Instagram as well as LinkedIn, sending some connection requests and writing some things up, little notes as I send the connection request, because that's something, and shout out to my friend Brittany, she's very good at this. When you send a connection request, personalize, which on LinkedIn it has that option. When you send a connection request, it's add a note. I suggest doing that instead of just so I cold connect at times, majority of the time, but I'm trying to be better. So I just wanted to share that tip with LinkedIn. But yeah, so I'm just feeling a little discouraged. So I talked with my friends this morning, but I'm still, because I don't know, the anxiety be kicking up for me, and I really got to lean in my faith. That's what these next few months I'm realizing is that God wants me really to lean on faith. I've been doing my Bible study, and that's been something that is definitely screaming really loud at me. And something else that's been screaming at me, because I have this one Bible study that I'm doing, and I'll shout her out. Yumi sent me, she actually messaged me, and she was like, hey, I want you to read this certain thing. And when people send me stuff like that or pray for me, I take that seriously. So I've been reading that, this one passage in the Bible every day. And long story short, this is long story long, there's a verse in Deuteronomy that's I gave you, and I'm butchering this, but pretty much it's I gave you water from a rock. I gave you water from a rock. I gave you water from a rock. And for me, that part of that verse just means a lot of things. It means stop looking at what other people are doing. Stop looking at the other people's paths. Yes, Lesline, on paper you don't have the experience. Yes, Lesline, this and that. Yes. But remember that I gave you water from a rock. And when you think about that, that is wild, right? And when I also hear I gave you water from the rock, is anything is possible. Anything is possible. Man can say that water does not come from a rock, but with God, water can come from that rock, and water can come abundantly from that rock. So I feel like this season is a lot of me leaning into faith and really just getting grounded and rooted in God's word. So it's hard. And I also saw something on Threads where somebody was you can be so gung-ho when things are going good. You're yeah, I did this, I did that. But when you're in the thick of it and things aren't going the way you want, it's hard. And so I'm actually thankful for these moments, because it adds more to my story, so that in the future I could be man, there was a time where blah blah blah, right? This is part of the story. So, and then I have to reflect, because I started off this year strong, y'all. I started off this year strong. My product, You Just Had a Baby, was featured on the Tabitha Brown show. I sold out my You Just Had a Baby product. I got accepted into a boardroom thing. Like, there's so many things that has happened this year that, like, it's summer too. It's like, girl, like, it doesn't have to be bang bang bang. I've worked with brands, like doing content creation things, like, and I'm in the process of doing another brand thing. So, like, things are happening. So it's just like, girl, like, slow down. So I hope this inspires you to do the same, to slow down, to really just, like, acknowledge where you have what you have now, like what you have now. And I might insert that clip here of me talking about, like, gratitude, but I feel like I talked about it in a different way, in the sense of, like, showing, well, I'll insert the clip. I wanted to share something with you guys about, like, as I clean the nastiness of this truck, but just being thankful and, like, how to express gratitude for, like, what you currently have. Because if you're like me, you know, you're asking for all these things and whatnot, but are you taking care? I don't know what's going on, but are you taking care of what you currently have, right? Like, how can God, is this a Sunday, so we gonna talk about God, right? But I was really, like, thinking about this, and I was like, if I'm here like, God, I want this, I want this, I want that, and I can't even take care of what I currently have, why would God give it to me? And I think that in the same sense of, like, with my kids, like my son, he's like, I want a Nintendo Switch. I want a Nintendo Switch. And I'm like, bro, if you can't even take care of the remote, you keep dropping it every single day, how can I know that you're ready for a Nintendo Switch? I got more. Okay, so let me explain. So we have this one truck, and I'm super grateful for this truck. But I haven't cleaned it, like, neither of us. And I'm not pointing fingers at anybody, but I'm like, oh, like, you know, I need to show my gratitude, right? Like, because hopefully we'll get another car towards the end of the year, because there's going to be some schedule changes. And with that being said, though, I'm like, how can I be ready for a second car again if I can't even take care of the car that we currently have, you know? So, like, I don't know, I feel like somebody else needs to hear that. Like, stop asking God that you want this, you want that, but you can't take care of what you currently have. Right? So I know that message is for somebody. I wanted to share that, because that's what we're currently going through. Like, not going through, but it's like, we have this one car, but we ain't even maintaining it, you know? Here. Okay, now that you've watched that, I hope that served you, because this season for me has definitely been, like, maintaining and showing God that I'm grateful for what I have. Because if you can't maintain and show God that you're grateful for what you have, you cannot expect him to continue to bless you. You know what I'm saying? All right. Good morning. It is Saturday. I am working my corporate job today. I don't know if I think I might have said this already. Maybe I didn't, but I work one weekend, like, every 3 to 4 months. So it's really, I got no complaints, because I also work from home. But yesterday I got a new car, guys. I'm excited. I'm a little, like, worried in the sense, because I now have another car payment. And I already inserted the clip. Either way, let me just say this. We had one car for the past, like, 2 years. We were making it shake, y'all, with just one car. And now that our daughter is gonna be VPK this fall, we have to, and we're taking her out of wraparound care at the daycare, we need a second car. So anyways, that's, like, the update with that. And I might insert a clip of the car, or maybe, I don't know how I'm gonna do this, but yeah, got the new car last night, and I knew what I wanted already, so, like, that made it so much easier. But this part of the journey is very, I don't know, this last half of the year, I'm really interested to see how things unfold, because I don't have, like, everything planned out, so to speak, but I'm just going to continue showing up here online. I'm going to continue creating content, and yeah. I'm supposed to be reading, and I am reading, actually. I'm reading Anger by Thich Nhat con. I'm going to screenshot that. I'm only reading this book because of a book club I'm in. But anyways, I made a difficult decision today. Finished this semester of school, but I'm not going to continue because there's been, well, the biggest issue has been trying to find a preceptor. I realized with the school that I currently go to that they don't help you find a preceptor. And that was something like I knew kind of sort of from the jump, but with me being ambitious, we're not going to say I'm eager, with me being an ambitious woman, I realized that well, at that time, which was literally August, like it'll be a year that I started school next month. I realized I was like, you know what? Let me rewind. I said to myself, I want to start, because when I want to do something, I want to do it now. And at the time, the school that I still am in, which is Walden, they took me. So I was like, say less, right? And now here I am, and I'm like, crap, like I've asked multiple people and everybody's like, no, no, no. Like I've heard no multiple times, or just radio silence. And that also has proved been interesting too, is like I'd rather you just tell me no than me have to like be left in the radio silence void. But anyways, back to this book. So like today, as I was doing my meditation, my devotion, my morning routine, right? As I was meditating, God was saying a lot of things, but what he was saying something really loud to me, and I don't really remember it fully, but it was along the lines of like, your gifts will help other people. And like, so like the gifts that I currently have, like those are the things that I need to like really lean into, right? And I was using school as a cop-out. I don't know how else to say that, but school is easy for me. Like it's very, very easy for me. I'm good at school. I'm good at learning in the traditional learning setting, correct, right? So this time last year, I was at a point in my entrepreneur journey in my wellness business where I was like, I don't really know, and I should actually like look back at like posts and possible journal entries if I was journaling this time last year of what I was thinking. But just knowing that I'm back in school, I know I was thinking something along the lines of like, if I go back to school in this lucrative market, I'll make a lot of money like quick. And that shouldn't be like the driving factor when it comes to any decision. Like it should be and it shouldn't be, if that makes sense. Like, so for me, as I'm walking on the path of my purpose, I'm realizing like it can't be money is the reason that I can do something. Like yes and no, okay? Because I've also realized, and you know, I follow like a lot of inspirational people and people that are doing the things I want to do. I realize that you have to like have a really strong why, right? And for me at this time, this is like, I'm only probably going to keep this here on YouTube for the like, however many people that watch this. I'm not even going to put numbers out there, but I wanted to get into there's multiple reasons why I want to get into psychiatry, but the biggest thing I realized when I started my business is I want to help people, right? And I can help people in different ways. It doesn't necessarily mean I have to go back to school. And also, I completed, like I've shared with you guys, like now, once I finish this semester, it'll be 65%. Like I completed more than half of the psychiatry nurse practitioner program. But anyways, back to the meditation. So God was just like, yeah, like lean into content creation. Like this is, you enjoy it. And I do. Like I really enjoy content creation. I enjoy editing my videos, even if it is hard for me. I enjoy just like learning more and more. See, there it goes. It's like a theme of my life. I enjoy learning. So like I am somebody, like I'll go on social media, and this is something I've heard from like, I even want to say like shout out to like Maddie Woodard, who is like a marketing person on Instagram. I think it was him. He was like, you have to go into social media like not just consuming, but like learning how to create, like studying how other people are marketing themselves. And that's something that I've been doing a lot of, right? And it's fun. Like I have fun just like, oh, that's so creative how this brand did this, or how this business person did that. So I say all that to say, it was a hard pill to swallow for me but I'm not going to go back to school. And so I'm finishing up this book. I believe I'm on the last chapter. And why Thick says this: from time to time, we have to make a decision, and sometimes the decision is very difficult. And I'm like, how? Like, when I show you, like, and when I prayed today, I was like, God, I do want to sign, but I was like, I'm not going to put a time frame. Like, I was like, I'm not going to be like, I need a sign by the end of the day, da-da-da. No, I'm not going to do that. I was just like, give me a sign when the sign needs to be signing, right? So reading that first sentence. Then I turn the page, and this man says, because he's reading me, he says, we all have many things to do in our life. You have to decide which things are the most important to you. Getting a university degree may take you 6 or even 8 years. That already I resonated with, because I'm somebody that I've done nursing school very quickly. Everything when it comes to university stuff, I've done in a timely, quote unquote, manner. But now I'm married. I'm a wife. I have a business. I have so many things on my plate where it's not even that. That's not it. But it's just like, let's put a pin in this and focus on content creation, right? So he says that, and he says, so let me read that a sentence again. He said, getting a university degree may take you 6 or even 8 years, and that is quite a long period of time. And I don't like waiting, but that's what he says, right? You may believe, he's talking right here. You may believe that this degree is important for your happiness. It might be, but perhaps there are other elements that are more important to your well-being and to your happiness. You can work on improving the relationship between you and your father, your mother, or your partner. Do you have time for this? Can you afford enough time in order to do this work? It is very important to improve the relationship between you and your beloved ones. You're willing to put aside 6 years for a diploma? Do you have the wisdom to use just as much time to work out a relationship, to deal with your anger? This time will bring you and the other person the happiness and stability you need to restore communication. So that, I'm not gonna go into all my life, but this is really on time. So yeah, I just wanted to share that. I wanted to share that from this morning, and currently it's like 7 p.m. at night. And a lot of things are going on in the world currently, but anyways, I'm gonna let you guys go. And I will say this, you're seeing in real time somebody like processing and realizing that I gotta let this go. I gotta let the school thing go for now, right? And really just lean into the gifts that God has implanted in me. All right, so wrap this vlog up by finishing some laundry, but yesterday I went to the monthly Women on the Rise meeting. If you don't know about Women on the Rise already, I will do my best to try to leave their website below, but it is a local nonprofit that I was the director of for the past couple of years. Now there's new leadership, blah, blah, blah. But long story short, we have monthly meetings, and this organization is open to all women. So if you are a woman that lives in the Central Florida area, I highly encourage you to join us. But anyway, so I went to the monthly meeting last night, and I wasn't gonna go, and this is what's interesting, right? I wasn't gonna go. I was like, I don't know. And then shout out to Rochelle. She had some clothes to give me, and so I was like, okay, let me go. And then I still was like, man, I don't think I'm gonna go. And then something was like, go, Lesline, right? So tell me how I go, and I sit next to another nurse that so happens she knows what I'm doing because I've been showing up online, right? And she was like, yeah, I've been seeing what you're doing. Like, you got it all laid out. So anyway, she was like, how is school? And I was like, girl, school, I don't know. I'm gonna have to put a pin in it. Like I shared with you guys literally 2 days ago now, or it was Sunday. I was like, y'all, I think I'm gonna have to hold on school. Like, I think God is giving me a sign. So she was like, that's a shame. And so I'm telling her the same things I've been saying to you guys. Like, I don't have the experience, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, girl, like, shut up. She didn't say shut up, but And I was like, okay. And so we exchanged phone numbers, and we're gonna hopefully do lunch or whatever. But I say that to say, I'm kind of glad I went to that meeting last night, because I don't know what's going to happen with school, to be honest with you. Like, I don't know. And so you're literally seeing in real time somebody that is figuring it out. And I know I appreciate this stuff from other creators, as well. Like, I don't want to see the end. Like, I don't want you to be like, here I am. It's all figured out, ta-da. Like, I appreciate people who are like, y'all, like we gonna figure this out, right? So you're seeing me figure it out. One thing is for certain, because I know I said this a couple of days ago, like, and then I'm like, damn, did I hear God wrong? You know, and then I'm like kind of beating myself up that I'm like, God said this to me, blah, blah, blah. But I'm going to give myself grace the same way God gives us grace, gives me grace, right? And what I do know for certain is I'm going to keep showing up online, right? As I'm figuring out school. And I'm not going to be embarrassed if I stop going to school. I'm not going to be embarrassed if I'm like, I don't know. Like, I'm not going to be embarrassed by that, because the one thing I am is consistent. And I'm going to consistently show up online and just share with you guys this journey of my next, pretty much my next career move, if you will. That's really what the whole thing is. Like, what this whole series is like, what is my next career move? Like, I have, and that's what I was telling the person yesterday at the meeting. I was like, I have it all laid out. I was like, I got the cards, like I have a product. I do the yoga. I'm a nerd. Like, I was like, I have it all in my head, right? But it's like there are certain roadblocks right now that are just like it discouraging me. So anyways, I wanted to wrap up this vlog with that, as I have look at this laundry, guys. As I have all this laundry that I need to do. I also need to work the job that would really be paying me, right? And that's something else too. I don't know if I said this already, but like I feel like I'd be repeating myself, but it's fine. I currently like have my dream job, and here I am, like, just, I don't want to say I'm not appreciating it, but I'm like ready to move on to the next thing. But I need to like, it can be hard. Like, I'm going to say it can be hard when you're somebody that's very ambitious, and like I have a plan, but I don't have a plan. I think that's also what it is. But I'm not like, I'm dragging my clothes into the room, guys. But I'm not going to dog myself. Like that, I can't. I can't waste my energy like talking, shit on myself. So anyways, I'm gonna wrap the vlog. We gonna see how this goes, y'all. But I'm really glad that I went to the Women on the Rise meeting as just a member, and it's really amazing to see the new leadership take their effect this month. And again, if you are local to Central Florida and you are a woman, I highly encourage you to join us. I will leave the Women on the Rise website below. If you're not local, we are a nonprofit, so we always are accepting donations. You can go to that website as well and send us a donation. I'm wishing you guys a wonderful week, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.